So, Combs, there was a play today in Major League Baseball that many people say you don't even do this in Little League. So I'm going to bring this play up here on the screen for the viewers on youtube.com/manhour. And
this is so awesome.
Just so he throws the ball to first base. It was a bad throw. It is up the line, and Baez runs back to home plate. They throw it at home. He misses a tag,
and scores,
and then he is safe at like this
and
is
they throw it away. This is what Javy Baez.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see Rizzo's reaction here. He's just dying laughing because this is what Javy Baez does. If you're not a Cubs fan and you're not a baseball fan, you don't get to see this. But he does this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And what I don't get is that if the first baseman, when he comes off the bag here, so you watch him come off the bag, he runs him all the way back.
Yeah.
Now Contreras scores, right? So Contreras scores here. If that first baseman just runs back to first base or doesn't even try throwing the ball to the plate, even though Contreras scores, if he walks back to first and tags first base, Javy Baez is out and the run doesn't score.
Yeah, because the key here is there are two outs. There are two outs.
So if
as
the third
soon as
out
the
is
first
made
out is
at first base, if the third out is made at first base, no runs count that score.
Yeah.
But this is what Javy Baez does. I don't know how he does it, but every time he is on the base paths, this is what this guy does. There's a reason why they call him El Mago, which is the magician in Spanish. So this guy is amazing. I love watching Javy Baez. I wish he could, get over the Alfonso Soriano type at bats where he swings at balls that are 75 feet out of the zone. But
other than that, like, plate.
Yeah, but the guy is he's a magician with the glove. He's a magician on the bases. And that right there is the epitome of what Javy Baez is and what he does.
Yeah, and this is kind of a staple what the Pittsburgh Pirates season is going to be like. They lack so much baseball IQ. So this play screams lack of baseball knowledge, lack of their knowing the situation.
Well, what's funny?
Horrible.
Is after the game they're interviewing Javier Baez, and they said, Javy, what were you thinking when you were running through? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I just didn't want him to tag me. I was going to make him chase me down. He's like, and then I thought that if he would just tag first, I would be out, but I'm not sure if that's the rule or not. So even Javy Baez didn't know that was the rule. He was just trying to make the guy get him. So it's funny to me that Major League Baseball players don't, because I'm sitting there watching the game, which, if my boss is listening right now, Nick, I know we were in our meeting at that point, and I may or may not, and neither can confirm nor deny that I had the game on the computer while we were in our meeting. So if you're listening, But anyway, I was watching that play as it took place, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, run back to first and just touch the base. What are you doing? Oh, my God, he's going to chase him down. Oh, my God, he threw the ball. Oh, my God. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell just happened?
That's the thing. Like, he could have literally still, even chasing him down, back down, would just have to walk up to him and tag him. Because if Javy would have went around him, he'd have been out of the baselines anyways.
Well, if you go to the right of the baseline, there is no baseline to the right side, like on the outside of the diamond. So technically, he could have banana peeled it out. And
there is.
And ran on.
No, there is.
Not on the outside of the basement of the diamond when you're on. So when you're running to first or third, you can run outside as far as you want.
No,
it is just running from first to second, second to third.
First base, there is definitely a baseline. You have to stay within the runner's path. So you have to run, when you leave the batter's box, you have to run a direct line to first base. You're right. It could be inside or it can be outside, but it has to be a direct line to first base is what you have to run.
Yeah, so, you can't banana it and come back in.
Yeah. No. When you're talking about when you're rounding it on a base hit and stuff like that, you're rounding the bases, guys go wide all the time. But that's only when you're rounding. If it's a ground ball, you have to run straight. Especially, you see it all the time on little choppers that go back to the catcher. If the catcher throws it, I've seen it plenty of times where it goes into right field, and then all of a sudden the runner is out because he wasn't running in the batter's path. He was running in the fielder's path. So you absolutely can run out of the baseline.
Yeah, because then you'll get called for interference and it's an automatic out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
either way, this was just a lack of baseball IQ play. Like, I mean, this is just
Oh, 100%.
it was just
110%.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I mean, I'm sitting there and I know, like I know what the rule is, and I'm like, how does this guy not know what the rule is? Why did he just throw the ball? I remember thinking that was the first thing. I was like, oh my god, he just threw the ball.
Yeah.
And then you see Javy stops and he gives the umpire the save sign because he's excited that Contreras scored, and then he's like, oh crap, I have to run. And he turns around and takes off. And then the ball ends up in right field. Like, Javy cracks me out. Dude, I love watching that guy. And I know that he's not the player that Chris Bryant is. But this is the guy, I've been saying it for 3 years now. This guy and Wilson Contreras are the two guys the Cubs need to build around. They need to get whatever pieces they can for Chris Bryant and build around Javy Baez and Wilson Contreras.